There, more voices on Capitol Hill are calling for Maine Democrat Graham Platner to end his Senate campaign.
Democrats have seen that seat in Maine currently held by Susan Collins as a must-win if they want to take control of the Senate. But Platner's chances and his campaign in general are now in question following a serious accusation of sexual assault. Amy Lou is live now in Washington. Amy, where does Platner's campaign stand right now?
Well, Jack and Lauren, we know that Platner has said he is taking the time now to reflect on the best path for his campaign. In the meantime, though, experts are saying that this new allegation has now cast some serious doubt and has done its damage, throwing Democrats' national strategy into chaos just ahead of November's midterm elections. A growing number of party leaders are calling on Platner to exit the race after a woman he used to date accused Platner of forcing himself onto her in late 2021. So far, Platner and his campaign have denied the sexual assault allegation.
Any accusation of non-consensual behavior is categorically false.
Democrats were banking on a Platner win against Senator Susan Collins, a Republican who currently holds the seat. But experts say the sexual assault allegation has threatened Democrats' chance of winning. The party needs to gain 4 seats to take control of the Senate. Maine was widely considered a must-win for that math to work.
This is really excruciating for the Democrats who thought that they had a real opportunity to pick up the Senate here. The math hasn't changed. They still need 4 seats, but the state of Maine was supposed to be one of those.
And so by law, Platner has until next Monday to officially withdraw his name from the ballot. And if that happens, Democrats then have 2 weeks to find a replacement and salvage any sort of hope to win this Senate seat. Back to you.
Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders was a critical early backer of Platner. Amy, he's now reacting to these allegations.
Yeah, that's right. So we know that Senator Sanders is now following suit, along with a lot of these Democrats, on pulling his endorsement. In fact, we did get a statement from the senator himself earlier this afternoon, saying in part that he has spoken with Platner about the best path forward for Maine. Sanders says that in light of these very serious allegations, I have recommended that he step aside. Platner still appears on Sanders' website in a list of the senator's endorsed candidates, though. That's a reversal from comments the senator made last month after texts were published alleging Platner was unfaithful to his wife. Sanders told reporters the nation should, quote, focus on issues more important than the Platner marriage. Now, Senator Sanders does have a track record of backing a lot of these progressive candidates who lack support from Democratic Party leaders here in Washington, namely throwing his support behind New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani. That happened last year. Back to you.
Okay, we know you'll be following along. Thank you so much.